Welcome back, and in this segment we're going to celebrate together the Sinai Liberation Day, which took place on the 25th of April. Actually, it's an important day, the retrieval of Sinai, and it was an achievement accomplished by the 1973 war and later on the Camp David Peace Pact. It's an important event, and to commemorate it all over Egypt, important ceremonies and services takes place and festivities as well. And there is a special Group 73 historians who dedicated a Facebook page in addition to their efforts, documentaries and lots of activities, not just for commemorating such days, but also for commemorating the heroism of Egypt and the Egyptians. And I'm happy to have with me right now Mr. Samy Farahat, and he's one of the members of Group 73 historians. Good afternoon. Well, Mr. Samy, first of all, I'd like to start by asking you about the most recent documentary that was done by Group 73 historians, which is Battalion 418. Would you please tell us more about it?
Yes. First of all, good afternoon, ma'am, and thank you for having me today. I would like to congratulate all the Egyptian fellow citizens for this occasion we celebrate nowadays, which is the Memorial Day of the liberation of Sinai, this dear piece of the motherland. Secondly, about Group 73 historians and its most recent documentary. It's Battalion 418. This is the name of the movie. It was produced 2015, and it tells us about the heroism of one of the air defense battalions during the war of 1973. This battalion, which existed in Port Said front for about 1 week, and shot down about 17 Israeli aircrafts in very hard circumstances. In the movie Battalion 418, we tried to document the act of heroism of this battalion.
Now, was it all based on the documentary footage brought from the armed forces, or did you go and try to reach out to the remaining families of the heroes? Tell me more, how was it tackled?
Well, the footage used was all restaged. So we did everything from the start. And we used real arms with the help of the Egyptian and air defense forces. They gave us, dedicate to us a whole battalion, air defense battalion, SAM 2. It was the same equipment exactly used during this the war, and by this battalion, to be specific. The events were all exact by a percentage of about 99%, 1% only for drama needs. First of all, we had to sit with all the real characters. The commander of the battalion, General Ayman Hubuddin. He was the main source of the story. We went back to all the records of the armed forces. Okay, and the scenario was set based on the true events, as I just said. The footage of the events were in a real air defense battalion, the quarters of the air defense battalion.
What about the challenges? Were there certain scenes which were challenging for you in shooting, whether for the actors to depict the moment itself and the feelings, or for shooting from certain angles, or was it all easy?
It was all challenging, you know, to live the moment that they lived, the events that they went through, to try to bring to minds the challenges that they had to fight through. You know, this battalion fought with only one rocket launcher out of 6, because the other 5 air launches were shut down. Okay, they were destroyed during the battle. You need to know that Israel dedicated 2 squadrons, a whole 2 squadrons, to bombardier this battalion day and night. All the time they existed there. So you can imagine being under attack all the time and having no time to even fix your equipments. This was so challenging.
This is very hard.
Yeah, you had to bring to the minds of the audience the momentum of the moment. You know, how did these soldiers feel? How did they come over the challenges they found themselves being
Now,
through?
Was it in a documentary style or as a feature film?
No, it was a feature film. You know, we tried before. We had produced 3 movies before. Wings of Fury 1, Wings of Fury 2, and Ababil in the year 2014. The first and the second movies were fully documentary, and they found a big success. Ababil was a docudrama movie, and then we tried to make a fully dramatic movie, a feature film, in order to be closer to the minds of the youth and the ordinary citizens. You know, not everyone enjoys a documentary, a fully documentary movie. So we needed to try a featured film.
What about the actors? Were they from your group or were they from the armed forces?
It was a mix, actually. Mr. Yasser Ali Maher, the famous actor, he was the guest of honor of the movie. He made a very significant role, short but impressive and significant. We had a group like Wafa Sharawi, Noor in the movie. This also was a professional actress.
Did you act in any of the films produced by Group 73 Historians, or you've never tried that?
Yes, I did actually. I played one of the main roles in Ababil. It was the Air Force commander, General Hosni Mubarak. So I played this role in Ababil. And in Battalion 418, I played the anti-hero role. I was the devil in this movie. The air commander of the Israeli Air Force squadron that was tasked to bombardier the battalion during the movie. So yes, I did.
Now, was that difficult to impersonate a personality that more or less you have certain reservations on? And do you feel you were fair in portraying it, in a sense?
Which role you mean?
The last role, the one that you did, the Israeli commander. That's challenging, you know?
It is.
To depict a figure, and you're supposed to be neutral about it as an actor, which deep inside you consider at that time as a foe.
It was challenging. You know, nobody enjoys playing the devil, the one,
Yeah.
the evil role in the movie. especially when it comes to your enemy. So being neutral, I think I was neutral. You know, your inner feelings are something, but when you try to personate the character you are impersonating, this is another story. The main goal is for the movie to succeed. So I just imagined myself like a commander who is defending his homeland and from his own point of view and trying to defeat the enemy. So it was like that in my mind. But when I watched the movie, it's another story. I don't like me at all.
No, most probably you're okay. Now, actually, Group 73 Historians is a very active group. And you do a lot of seminars and symposiums, you visit schools, you do field trips. Now, how do you approach the schools and the children or the youth when you're talking to them about a historic event that some of them, of course, they haven't lived it, and some of them might even be just hearing about it during our celebrations, and that's it.
Yes, thank you very much for the question. Let's first try to brief the role. What is Group 73 Historians trying to do? Actually, we are trying to document the Egyptian military history and inform the people with this history, because it's a great history. Like you just mentioned, we try to do that through symposiums, seminars, the movies we produce. We go to schools, to clubs, sports clubs, any community that has people, we try to go there, and we bring some of the old veterans, Egyptian veterans. They tell their stories themselves to the youth, which, as you said, they didn't live these times, and they don't know anything, unfortunately, and this is a little bit depressing, because they have no idea about their history, their great history. They know nothing. So we try to implant this knowledge into their minds. Challenging? Yes, challenging, because they have no clue, they have no idea. We receive questions like, who was the enemy in the war 1967? Who was the parts in this war? Was it between Egypt and Israel, or Egypt and another country? Who won? Why? They don't know anything. So we try to bring this knowledge to their minds. Yes, it's challenging, and I think it's a role that is bigger than us. I believe that the government needs to do something about the education and the media, your role as well. So, but yes, we receive encouragement from the people we gather with. Yes.
Well, actually, you play a very important role, and we need to talk more about it. But right now, I have to thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Samy Farahat, part of Group 73 Historian. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, and now it's time to enjoy our cruise in line, and in it we will be knowing more about what's trending online.